This is DaxTheAnimal with Chapter 4-3 in this RE4 Professional No Damage run. This chapter is actually really good. It's a lot of fun. We're going to start out selling some stuff, though. It's really in the next area that the fun begins, because there's a way to do the next area pretty quickly while still killing everybody, and I'll show you. But first, we're going to sell this crown.
What are you selling?
A couple other items. The crown is the best treasure in the game, I believe. The Salazar family crown, 48,000 pesetas.
What are you buying?
Good payday from that one. And pretty easy to get all the parts.
Thank you.
Upgrading the striker, upgrade that pretty much as often as possible.
Thank you. Come back.
The striker is something that we want to get the exclusive for. That's an upgrade that you can get only after you purchase all the other upgrades for a weapon. You unlock the ability to purchase its exclusive, and that is different for each weapon. For the striker, it gives you a capacity of 100, which is turns it into a monster of a weapon. For these guys, I like to do the Ditman glitch and run over here as quickly as possible. You can do this without Ditman. You might not have as much time to gather the items like I just did. But I like to run over here, hop to the window, and just wait for them, because they can't really do much. They have to take time to hop over the windowsills. We can just... Oh, look at that guy with the jukes! Gotta hand it to him, that was pretty good. He got me. Made me waste a shell. If you're quick enough, you can actually just run in here, open this, and climb down before they actually attack you. But there's no need to do that. Only do it if you want to. Alright, this area is pretty fun. A little bit of sniping, and then we'll make a stand and take out like 10 enemies at once. When you first come in here, as long as you haven't aggroed these guys yet, they're just standing still, always in the same position. You gotta be pretty quick. You know, after you kill the first one, all of those guys, except for that one in the back left corner, they will see you. So you only have a little bit of time before they start moving. Also, keep in mind that it's possible for them to sprout plagas out of their heads. I got really lucky right there. You don't have to disarm any of these traps. I just do it just to be safe, in case anything goes wrong and I need to run back through here. And here, take this guy out. There's a staff. It's just a treasure. I waited for him to get ready to breathe the flames, just so I could get the extra damage of catching him on fire. There's a staff down there, worth a decent amount. Now, the stuff I'm about to do here might seem risky, but it's really not. Just collecting those goodies before they disappear. The enemies drop them before. If you can sit back and snipe this guy. You can just play whack-a-mole with him, do a little peekaboo game, wait for him to stand up and come back to the window and shoot him over and over. But it takes so many shots that I don't like doing it. So I shoot him, climb up, grab that yellow herb. I just baited him into attacking again. There's another chainsaw guy down here, but it takes him a second to get ready. He's revving up his chainsaw, just aggroing both of them, really. And then I come out here and make my stand at the top of these steps. Where did all these enemies come from, you might be wondering? They spawn when you go in there. And I'm just sitting up here with the striker. It makes things easy. You can see they're throwing axes at me, and it doesn't matter because the striker just knocks those out of midair. Hand grenade takes care of business. Now everybody's dead except for these chainsaw dudes, and they won't be around for much longer. And you can do this the same way every time. What I just did there will always work. Doing a little inventory cleanup, using all those incendiaries. just aiming between the two so I can hit both. And that's it. That area could be very, very slow if you try to sit back and snipe the whole time. And then it can be very risky if you just try to run through and avoid everybody. I think what I did there is a good balance. I think it'll work for you. Practice it a couple times. One of the great things about this game, when it comes to doing a challenge like this, is you can always just pause and retry from checkpoint. And it'll put you right at the beginning of a room. You mess something up, you can just start over. Very quick load times. Really friendly for practice. This room, I get a flashbang ready. Because there was actually a second, you saw the one ahead. You saw the Plagas that was straight ahead, but there's another one to the left. And sure, you could dodge, you run around a little bit, take out both of them with ammo, but I think it's risky. A lot easier to just throw a flashbang, clear the room, and it gives you ample time to stop the ceiling from coming down. Now we have a glitch coming up. Quite a major glitch. Involving Ditman. I've been explaining Ditman for the past 2 chapters, but I'll do it again. You select the striker, and then you go into the inventory and aim at the same time. So just start aiming. Go like this. Start aiming, go into the inventory at the same time. Switch to something else, now you're running fast. Go to the right side of this and move forward until it says jump down. And then as soon as you hop down, hold up and left, and you'll just walk right through the floor. Easier than it seems. Go through the wall over here on the right side of that room and run straight for the tracks. As soon as we become level with the tracks, Leon will reposition himself so that he's actually on the tracks. There, it just happened. And we're no longer floating in midair, and now you can run along them. And we have kind of a long sequence here. Normally it's a very dangerous section where you have to worry about wooden boards being in the way and enemies. It's a whole thing. You never know who's going to sprout Plagas out of their necks. The minecart section is very dangerous. I'd rather skip it. I feel like it would be too reset heavy in a no damage run. And this glitch is kind of fun to do anyway. The little Leon that could. Just huffing and puffing down the tracks. You just follow along. Even when you go off of them a little bit like this, just keep following the path in general. He'll come up to this big gap here, but he'll just run straight across it. Magic. There's the Stone of Sacrifice. We needed this for a door in the area where we started this chapter. The area where the merchant was. And that door is actually just right there. But I opted to do a little bit of inventory management here. It was either do it at the end of this chapter or do it at the beginning of the next. I usually do that stuff at the end of a chapter, if I remember to. So we have a long sequence of, I think, pretty satisfying inventory management. A lot of people are OCD when it comes to this game. Look at it coming together. Isn't it a thing of beauty? Once you get the extra large case and the striker, you can start organizing your ammo like this. It looks really nice. Use the Stone of Sacrifice here. There's an elevator in this room, and that's the end of the chapter. Chapter 4-3, made easy. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.